Hey guys, I've reached 11,000 trophies in the builder base, an impressive number even with matchmaking completely broken. This puts me at rank 14 in the world and number 4 in the US. Let's go check out my attacks to see how I did it. Right before we get into those attacks, I'm going to choose the Gold Pass giveaway winner from the last video. Good luck to everyone. Let's see who it is. The winner is Neil's. Favorite attack strategy is Mass Witches. Oh, that is so funny that you won. Just because it's witches, but congratulations. I'm gonna contact you, reply to your comment and all that, so go ahead and check that. Congratulations. Let's get into those attacks now. We are attacking Tony here, and right away this base looks pretty intimidating. It looks anti-peka, but I have been loving pekkas recently. I've been using them about 90-95% of my attacks, at least in the past few days, and we're gonna take this base down with pekkas. So I'm going with 4 pekkas and 2 bombers. The reason I go with 2 bombers instead of the regular one is just because there are so many wall compartments and sections that I need to open up. So I'm going to go in with my battle machine in the bottom left side and then a giant to tank for my bomber. So the giant has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6 defenses locked onto it. So I'm going to pop its ability to get a ton of tanking in, and at the same time I have my bomber on the right side open up this backside compartment and just deploy my pekkas. And now with this bomber placement, I have the entire base opened up. I place my battle machine in a position to where he stays alive pretty much the entire attack. I don't want to send him straight into the middle of the base because I know he'll die. So I just send him in around the outside to do some tanking, clear out some defenses, and pretty quickly this base just gets destroyed. I have 2 pekkas alive with abilities, a bomber, and my battle machine, and all that's left is just a Tesla and a roaster. So what went really well on this attack was I chose 2 bombers instead of 1, just so I could open up all the walls pretty easily, no problem, and I had that giant do all of that tanking for me. If I brought a P.E.K.K.A. instead of that giant, then that P.E.K.K.A. would have just went down so quickly, it wouldn't have gotten really any value. So I chose to deploy a giant to get all that tanking needed for that first stage. Now we're in on the second stage here. And this base here, he's got a lot of ground defenses. There's a crusher in the second stage. A lot of people don't have, at least on the top of the leaderboards, they have both crushers in that first one. But Tony has it in the second stage. So P.E.K.K.A.s will be a little trickier here. I only have 4, but remember, those 2 P.E.K.K.A.s had their abilities from that first stage. So this base shouldn't be too hard. Battlecopter going in on the left just to snipe out this cannon. I deploy it on the left because there's only 1 firecracker in range, and my battlecopter can also take down an archer. So now I'm deploying in my P.E.K.K.A.s with a bomber on the opposite side because that backside cannon is taken out. When you're attacking with P.E.K.K.A.s, it's really helpful if those backside defenses are taken out or they're just not there, because then you don't have to deal with them later when all your P.E.K.K.A.s have low hit points. So going in now, I popped 2 P.E.K.K.A. abilities on that crusher before it even gets a shot off. So those abilities came in handy there. My bomber's still up. I still have 3 P.E.K.K.A.s alive. Popping another P.E.K.K.A. ability. That one wasn't that good. I took out a few zappies, but I popped it right there because I did not want my P.E.K.K.A.s stuck on the zappies for too long, because otherwise this backside cannon would probably take him down. So by using it on those zappies, not great value, but it allowed my P.E.K.K.A.s to just stay alive towards the end of this attack, and this base is done. It's not overkill, but Tony, great base designer. He almost managed to defend me, but didn't hold up. P.E.K.K.A.s took down that base. P.E.K.K.A.s are just one of the strongest troops in my opinion. Let's go watch my next P.E.K.K.A. attack. Into the next attack, we're facing Do, and funny thing, this guy is actually in my clan. I was attacking him while we were in the same clan, and this is just one of the matchmaking bugs. Big problem, but it doesn't really matter because we're here for the attacks. So let's see how I took down this base. I'm going in with 2 bomber P.E.K.K.A.s again. I've really been enjoying using 2 bombers with P.E.K.K.A.s instead of 1 because a lot of the bases right now are anti-P.E.K.K.A. And one of the best ways to counter anti-P.E.K.K.A. bases are with 2 bombers, because an anti-P.E.K.K.A. base has a bunch of compartments spread out like this one here. He's got 4 different compartments all spread out, plus you could call this middle section a compartment. So really hard to attack with P.E.K.K.A.s, but using 2 bombers with P.E.K.K.A.s is just great for taking out these bases. So I'm going to start with a battlecopter on the right side. And what this is going to do here is the only defense that can take it down is this archer tower. So my battlecopter can run in here, clear out these trash buildings, then clear out the archer tower, and then it can take down this double cannon. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just using it to clear out this one section of the base. And by deploying it here on the right side, since there's so little air defense, I'm going to be able to keep it alive for basically the whole attack. I'm pretty sure it stays alive. So now I'm going to go with my bombers. I'm going to pause it right here because this is super important and one of the reasons why this attack succeeded. So I first deploy my bomber up here at the top to open up this compartment. And then I deploy, once this archer tower is locked onto this P.E.K.K.A, I get that bomber down, and then I deploy this second bomber on my builder hall at an angle to open up this compartment of the base. So after these bomber abilities go off, I'll have this section cleared out, this section cleared out, and then my battlecopter has already cleared out this right section. And after all of that, all I have to worry about is this backside compartment. So I'm spreading out my P.E.K.K.A s, one on each building, and then they're going to funnel in together to take down this compartment, and then they're going to all clump up and be able to use some abilities to take down this crusher. So let's watch this happen and see how this goes down. 3 P.E.K.K.A s in on the right side on this Tesla and crusher, and then only one on the left. The reason I only go with 1 P.E.K.K.A on the left is because all what this P.E.K.K.A is facing is a giant cannon and roaster. That's not a lot of DPS, that's a lot of splash damage. So if I clumped up 2 P.E.K.K.A s, they would take a lot of damage. I have my P.E.K.K.A abilities go off on that crusher, and now my P.E.K.K.A s are clumping up again on the second crusher. So I should pop my abilities here in a second. Yep, 2 P.E.K.K.A abilities to take down that crusher, and this base is done. My battlecopter stayed alive the whole time. Both bombers stayed alive the whole time. This 2 bomber P.E.K.K.A strategy, you don't even need both bombers to stay alive. But if you do, if you are able to keep both of them alive, then the stage 2 will be super easy. Now, the reason I did not bring a giant in on this one, like the first one, is just because I needed these P.E.K.K.A abilities. You saw, I used my P.E.K.K.A abilities 2 times. I used 2 abilities at once, 2 times, and I used them on both of the crushers. If I had a giant instead, then I would not have been able to pull that off, and those crushers would have gotten some hits. So that's just something to take note of. Now, we're in on the stage 2. I'm going to bring 2 more P.E.K.K.A s and switch to my battle machine now, because having a battle machine in on your P.E.K.K.A attack is so much better than the battlecopter when there's 5 firecrackers like this, because it's really hard to get battlecopter value if there's 5 firecrackers in this stage 2. And this is just simple P.E.K.K.A spam attack, battle machine to tank with the other P.E.K.K.A s. I have my bombers. I pop their abilities to open up access to the whole base, and then these guys are just going to run through the base, no problem. Really strong attack strategy. In my opinions, right now in the game, P.E.K.K.A s are one of the strongest troops. They are super versatile. You can use them on anti-P.E.K.K.A bases. You can use them on pretty much any base. And that is why I love them, because they are so strong. And once you get the bombers, right, know when to use 1 bomber versus 2, these bases are just going to fall. So that is another 6-star. Let's get into the next one. We're into the next attack against Soma. Once again, anti-P.E.K.K.A base, and I'm going to be running the double bomber approach. So I'm going to go with my battle machine, 4 P.E.K.K.A s, 2 bombers, from this bottom left side. And I notice this laboratory here, I can drop a bomber on it, pop its ability, let its ability recharge, and open up the base. Just clear out that research lab, and it's a free building, and it's going to allow my bomber to recharge its ability, which will make the rest of the attack a lot easier. Now, my battle machine is going in, and a tank for my second bomber, and that second bomber, it will open up this compartment and this backside archer tower double cannon compartment. P.E.K.K.A is going in. I'm going to pop 1 ability on that crusher to take it out before it even gets a shot off. And P.E.K.K.A's just deploying them, spreading them out. I have 1 in at the top, 1 in on this section, and then 2 by this Mega Tesla. Now, I'm going to mess up here. I'm going to pop my bomber ability. I'm thinking it's going to open up this backside compartment, but it doesn't. But it doesn't matter, because this attack will still be overkill. I'm now nearing this second crusher. I will not pop my P.E.K.K.A abilities, though, because I'm just worried about this backside compartment and how I'm going to take it down. In this attack, I had a lot of mistakes. I'm going to pop 2 P.E.K.K.A abilities here on this double cannon. I only needed 1, but just a small mistake. Everyone makes mistakes, but it's still no problem. I have both bombers survive and 2 P.E.K.K.As, I think, and my battle machine. Yeah, 2 P.E.K.K.As and 2 bombers survive We are now into the stage 2 here. I'm going to bring 2 more P.E.K.K.A.s, just full on mass P.E.K.K.A attack. And I'm going to switch to my Battlecopter because my battle machine was low on health. The Battlecopter is coming in here on the south side. And same as that last attack, there's only one firecracker shooting it. So it's going to be able to get some really easy value. I'll fast forward here now. Get this attack going. 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, or I'm sorry, 2 bombers. They are going to open up the entire base. I don't get this backside multi-mortar compartment open, but that last bomber will get it open. And this is just overkill. I have 4 P.E.K.K.A.s up. But bomber, Battlecopter, this is looking really nice. Let's fast forward it to the end of this attack. And that is another 6-star. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one.